What up, everybody? This is Jay Ellis. Some of you guys may know me from Insecure. I played the lovable loser, Lawrence Walker, Team Lawrence. Anyway, Lawrence did not work out a lot, and then I got cast in this role, my dream role, to play a pilot in Top Gun Maverick. And I realized I needed to go to the gym, y'all. So I called my guy Julian, and he put me through this crazy workout that you guys are about to see today. You're gonna see some of the workout that I used to get in shape and get ready for Top Gun. So here we go. You know, we have the fortunate experience of getting to work with one of the greatest movie stars of all time in Tom Cruise with this. And everyone knows him as a guy who does all his own stunts and is hyper focused on his training, the specificity in the training, and then also how that translates on screen. And that's the same thing that he did for us, right? We all flew about 40 hours or so in 3 different aircraft before we got in the F-18s and started pulling G's in there and taking flights in there. So I called my man Julian to get me in shape. This guy's a beast. I think he doesn't like me, to be very honest with you, because he makes me work really, really hard, and he smiles just like he's smiling right now. He smiles while he does it. I've never seen anyone smile while they torture someone. But look at that, he's showing teeth. That's how much he likes it. I go home and I really rethink a lot of my life choices after I leave a workout with him. When I came to Julian and gave him all my goals for this film, he basically was like, all right, the philosophy behind this, we're gonna start out, we're gonna do a bunch of supersets, which is like 3 or 4 exercises, multiple reps, and then you jump into another. You know what? I don't understand why they call them super. There's nothing super I wanna do at the gym. Why do supersets equal lean muscle?
Supersets equal lean muscle because normally if you just do 1 or 2 exercises at the same time, you're gonna bulk up. And for what we were trying to do for Jay, we're trying to keep him lean so we get increase in metabolic rate while also adding a little bit more muscle to the body.
A lot of more muscle. Typically, this is how I get in the squat leg press machine. It's a leg press machine, not a squat machine, but this is typically how I get into it. It's really my happy place. I just I cradle up, you know? When I think about all the really good times that I've had doing legs. If you're like me, you love leg day, right? It's just so happy here. All right, let's do it. Okay. A 1.5 squat. And this is for time under tension. I learned that from Julian. It really just feels like an extra squat. I'm not scared to do a weighted pull-up. What do I look like? I ain't scared. I'm never scared. 2, 3, I like to call this one peekaboo because you can't really see my face. You know what I'm saying? It's like peekaboo, I see you. Peekaboo, this is actually called an Arnold. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this before. Arnold Schwarzenegger, really good friend of mine. In my head, never met him, but I really like his workout. I really don't have this much fun when I'm working out, I promise. One of the things that I want you guys to know that I hate to admit about my castmates, Glenn and Danny, is that they can't do as many push-ups as me. We've had to do this multiple times now. We did a photo shoot together once, and then also while we were on set. You know, you want to look good, you want your arms to look good, so we would drop down and do some push-ups, and they just always tapped out. I'm really not sure why. I get that this could be intimidating, whatever. But you know, we had a lot of fun. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so for this next set of exercises, I'm gonna do a Bulgarian split lunge. That's gonna turn into a bird dog row. And then from there, I'll go into a hollow body press. Kind of the same principles as earlier. Really, it's about time and attention, like under stress, under activation rather, and then also really engaging the core with all of these, which you guys will see. All right, so now we're moving into the bird dog row. I'm not gonna talk through this one because it's all about core and balance. right, this is a hollow body press. Honestly, guys, it's really like, it's admission. It's like 2 for the price of 1. You know what I mean? You're getting some chest, a lot of core. All right, guys, for our next set of exercises, we're gonna do a single leg deadlift with knee flexion. After that, we're gonna move into a pullover. And from there, we're gonna go to a single leg lateral raise. Again, a lot of core in all of these, while also, you know, get a little size. You know, the muscles are flexed. You'll see what I'm talking about. Here we go. All right. So outside of the physical, which was obviously a super important aspect to all of our training, there was a big mental component as well, because we are in these jets with pilots, but we are very far away from base camp and you're up there by yourself. So you have to not only act and fly safely, but you also have to operate the cameras. We often had to tell the pilot in which direction we needed them to fly. So you had to be hyper-focused. And really, like the hick maneuver in that part of your training literally had to be second nature. It's something that you didn't think about. It had to be something that literally just happened because there were so many other variables happening while we were in the air flying. A lot of balance in this. My friend. See, that's what happens when you play around too much. My balance is amazing. It's really impeccable. Literally, the NBA should hire me, and the NFL. About a week ago, Misty Copeland called me, and she said, "Hey, Jay, can you show me how you have such great balance?" And I said, "Yeah, it's all in this single leg lat raise that Julia makes me do too many times a day." All right, guys, so we are going into the final set. The 3 exercises that we're gonna do here are a tricep extension. We're gonna do an iso hold, bicep curl, and then we're gonna do ball saws for core. Here we go. As you guys can see, it's a pretty standard tricep press. Julian likes to call this the quiet before the storm. I like to call it the quiet before a tornado, like a F5, because what's coming next, it's not fun. This is one of those moments where I tell y'all he's torturing me, because if you could see the smile on his face right now, all right, for this final exercise, it's the ball saw, all core here. I'm so ready to be done, y'all. No, I'm not, I'm joking. We don't get tired. Okay, this is it, this is the last one. All right, y'all, I'm done. This is it, I'm out of here. Y'all go do the workout on your own now. You got all my secrets, but just make sure you give me the credit when you do my workout. I'm just gonna lay here, okay? All right, guys, that's it. That's my workout. As you can see, I'm out of breath. It was a great workout. I'm exhausted, but you know what? Turn and burn, baby, because I got the Top Gun body. I typically do 3 sets of each of these, 10 to 12 reps. Go have fun. Go get a payback body. That's what we're gonna call it. A payback body. Later, y'all.